Welcome to another edition of Teaching Feminists. This subject is actually going to get a little deep, so I will try and keep it as simple as possible to understand. But as always, I will be willing to answer any questions you may have after class is over. But anyway, today we're going to play a little game called Make Believe. This should be fun. Now, if you have one apple, and you have 10 people offering you various amounts of money for it, whose offer are you going to take? The person that asked first, or the person that offers you the most? You are probably going to ask the person that will pay you the most, right? Correct. Now, let's pretend that you want an apple, and there are 10 people selling apples. Are you going to stop at the first person that you see selling an apple, or are you going to see who is selling at the lowest price? If you said you were looking for the lowest price, you'd be correct. This is what we call economics. And does it matter if the person buying the apple is a boy or a girl? Or does it matter if the person selling the apple is a boy or a girl? Of course it doesn't. Now we are going to put you into a business, and you are looking to hire someone. Now realize, you have overhead and bills to pay, and you have to make money as well as pay salaries. Person A comes in for an interview. Person A is a man. Your goal is to get him to work for you for as little amount as possible. Many may say this isn't fair, and the company shouldn't do this. But remember, the goal of this company is to make as much money as possible. Just because a person is paid lower doesn't mean a company is oppressing them. At this point, you offer the salary, and person A accepts it. Now, person B comes in for an interview for the same position, and person B is also a man. And you begin to offer him the same as you would person A. But person B begins to say that there is another company he is looking at, and they are offering him a bit more, and if they were unwilling to match their offer, he wouldn't be interested in the position. But then you look over his resume, and you see that he may be worth the pay he is asking. And so you accept his counteroffer, and he gets hired on. Now, is this discrimination? No, but for some reason, if person A was a woman, feminists would believe that discrimination would be at play here, when gender has nothing to do with it at all. Even if you think this isn't fair and you think companies shouldn't be offering different wages to people that come in for interviews, as you can see, gender isn't an issue at all, and you are complaining about something that, in reality, is just business, not sexism. We will now reverse the roles. You are now looking for a job, and there are 3 companies that want to hire you as a person. You go into the interview with the first company and find the offer works for your living wage you desire. You also find out that the second company you interview with also offers you a living wage, but also benefits. The third company offers you even more than the second company. Now, with which company are you going to accept the offer? Most people would choose the third company, correct. Now we are going to play a game as if you are beginning work at the third company. So you now start with the third company and find out a coworker, a woman, is getting paid more than you for the same job. And you also find out that she got hired on the same day as you did. You accepted the wage you negotiated. You had options. Why does it matter that she is getting paid more? Is it discrimination if the person you found out is getting better pay and is also the same gender? Or is it only discrimination if it's a man that is getting paid better, even though it's the same situation? This is why to cry discrimination is unfounded. While I want to add that discrimination can be a factor and a partial contributor to the pay gap, and that is possible, it is definitely not the driving factor of the pay gap or the leading contributor. One might say that discrimination is maybe only 1% or 3% of the pay gap. Is that bad? Of course it is. But if it isn't for laws, and laws don't work, what are we to do to fix this situation? But as you can see, the pay gap doesn't make much business sense to do so. You see, we have this thing called free enterprise, so you don't have to settle. If you feel you are worth more than the company is paying you, look for other work. Complaining isn't getting the job done. If you don't like the wage being offered, why are you trying to force the company to pay you more? Why not just move your feet over to a different company that is willing to pay you what you are worth? At any rate, this is the hardest part to understand for most feminists, as I know being a victim is what you are the best at. So, I will just quote Captain Planet at this point and say, "The power is yours!" As always, links to everything talked about in the description below. Please like, subscribe, and share this video to everyone who has a hard time understanding the pay gap. Till next time, bye everyone.